Instagram stories, lives, and content to drive leads. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video right now. So I'm going to start off by showing you lead-based content. So we've already known that we have to have value-based content to keep growing and keep going viral on Instagram and getting those high-quality leads, getting those high-quality followers that are going to become those potential clicks that become those leads that become those customers that make you tons of money. So we got to have value-based content. How are we going to get leads? Believe it or not, you're going to actually get probably several hundred as you start growing every single week just from having your link in there and going viral and getting natural attraction that way. And as you can see, like, I haven't focused on driving leads in Millionaire Mafia, and I've actually made quite a few sales with it. I mean, you can go through here. This is all value-based, luxury, lifestyle, exclusive content. Now, I'm going to keep going back and I'm going to show you some of my videos, for example. Actually, a couple of these pictures are ones I've taken, like this one right here I took. So some of this content actually is my own. And I'm going to show you some videos. Actually, every single video that I have in here I've used for leads. So you can see that video, this video, and the cover shot would not indicate that there's any sort of call to action in it whatsoever. That's why you can get away with videos in content that's not motivational. See, motivational contents occupy a pretty rare space. They can be a lot harder to grow, but properly done, they serve a very cool space in the marketplace because you can slap quotes on motivational content because they're all quotes. And to the naked eye, it doesn't appear any different when you have call to action in it versus a regular motivational quote because you're just skimming it. And when you actually read it, you can see that it's call to action, but that would stick out here, right? It would stick out on any content but a quote account. It would stick out on any other type of account but a quote account. So I don't typically recommend posting tons and tons of quotes in here unless you have like 500,000 followers and average 20K likes per post. You can get away with it because you've got so much value and you're continuing to post value that even when your engagement drops significantly to 1,000, 2,000 likes on a quote-based piece of content in a non-quote account, you're still going to be able to attract leads and sales that way because the people that are liking it are probably engaging by clicking the link in your bio. But if you don't do that, if you don't have a quote account, I recommend that you sneak it away with Instagram stories, with Instagram lives, which we're going to talk about in a second here, but with your content in the form of videos, sneaking the quotes in the videos. And videos, like I said, typically when they go viral, they get twice the impressions that pictures do, which means they typically get quite a bit more followers and they stay on the Explore page typically longer. They go more viral, they get more impressions, you get more leads, you get more sales. So I'm just going to scroll back. Like, this is a video that only got like, I don't know, 13,000 views or something like that, 14.1, but I got about 150 clicks off of it in one day. So just check it out, what it did. Looks cool in the beginning, right? It's pretty cool. Kind of hype you up, some good music. I put that in the background, Lil Wayne. I use a video like this, okay? Live life on your terms. See, I didn't start pitching or doing anything for 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. That would hype me up if I was watching it. And I drove leads to the link in my description, the link in my bio, whatever the case may be. So I put it in here, millionairemafiaworld.com. Now, one thing to remember is that I actually use this on YouTube and I use this on Instagram. I reposted this. So on Instagram, I normally would have click the link in the bio. I actually used my YouTube video and put it on here. So since I used the YouTube video, I put the link in the description, which you can do here. And some people will actually go and take an extra step and they'll type it in on a search engine, but it's better to click the link in the bio, or click link in bio, join the mafia. That's what I always say, click link in bio, join the mafia. And that way they can just go right up to the bio and click it, because unless you have an Instagram verified account, You're not going to be able to click links in stories, and you can't click links anyway in captions unless they're reshared to like Facebook, in which case they become clickable. So you want to make sure that you click the link in the bio to make it easy for people. People are lazy. People are lazy. 97% of people don't take action. That's why they wonder they're in the same place 5 years later when they thought 5 years ago that they'd be in a different place, because they don't take action. So they're lazy. Make it easy for them. Click the link in bio, join the mafia. Pitch in the end of the video, have them click that link in the bio rather than clicking it somewhere else or having to manually type it in. That drove about 150 clicks. Now, there's another video that I used, this BMW one here. Pretty cool. Check this one out. This one got 58,000 views. I think 53 of that was in a day, in 24 hours. 263 clicks, 148 leads, 11 sales from this video in one day. How much did it cost me? This much. You got some Logic in the background. Logic is the best rapper in the entire world. I don't care what you say. This song is called Flexecution. It's pretty cool. A car about to fall off a ship. Hence I put that as my cover shot. Shifted in gear, go. Goodbye job, hello millionaire, dare to live, join the mafia, link in bio. Boom, fade away, leads. And look, it got 204 comments. I mean, it got 204 comments. So this got a lot of engagement, and I even put in the caption, I put Millionaire Mafia World in here, link in bio, don't miss out. I set it up for success. I got 263 clicks or something like that, 148 leads, 11 sales in one day, this much money spent. So you can use your content to start driving leads. Now I'm actually going to switch the screen and hop into showing you how to do Instagram lives, how to do Instagram stories, and why they're so powerful. So I'm going to switch the screen and start showing you that right now. Okay, so here is what we would do to utilize Instagram stories and Instagram live. So I'm just on my actual profile here of Travelline, for example. You go to the home page right here, and then it says your story. Now see, you can swipe each way right here. So here I am, right? Swipe back and forth here, and I'm going to go to my story, and you've got all these right on the bottom right here. So you've got live, which is right here, start video live. So check out what it says. Live on Instagram will notify some of your followers so they can watch live videos, disappear after they're over, and so on. Alright, so that's pretty cool. And you would click start live and you go live. It's just like Facebook Live. So you start talking and you build value, build a story, call to action, whatever it is that you're trying to do on live. So if your purpose is to produce leads, then produce leads. So make sure you got that link in bio ready and go live and start telling your story. So, you know, when I go live, I just say, you know, hey, it's Ben Oberg from Millionaire Mafia. I got some awesome news, as always. Super excited to share with you guys. So I'll wait a little bit more till a couple more people comment on here. You know, I used to be probably just like you, living the 9-to-5 life, going working in my office cubicle, and I felt like a slave every single day. And one day it hit me, you know, I need to stop making my boss rich, achieving his dreams, and I just need to start achieving my own. And I always wanted to, but I felt stuck and I couldn't figure out how to get out until I discovered this. And when I discovered what I'm about to tell you, I'm going to share with you 3 things that allowed me to leave my job. I sound like Ty Lopez right now. I'm going to share with you 3 things that will allow you to do the same exact thing. So I'm going to wait a little bit more on you. Just comment right now if you're excited. And I'd start telling a story, right? I just start telling a story. I build value, and I just keep going, you know? I actually went to college for about 4 months, and I didn't like what I was doing there. I didn't like spending time there. I felt like I was really wasting my time just to get a piece of paper that says I know something. So I decided to leave and go do my own thing. I went into sales for 4 years. It was great. I allowed myself to make 6 figures per year starting when I was 19 years old. It was pretty cool. I bought a house 2 years later. I'm sitting in it right now. Blah, blah, blah. And life was good. But I started to get sick. I started getting sick of doing the same thing over and over, making other people happy, making all this money for other people, and knowing I can do better. I can do better than that. I could do better than selling a car just to make $100 and being the hardest worker in there, being the first there, last to leave, day in, day out, every single day, working my butt off, expressing my talent, and getting $100 for it over and over and over and over and over. I just got sick of it. And then having, 2 days a week off to just pay bills and catch up, to fall behind again, to just have enough money to pay bills and pay the mortgage and go into more debt. It didn't make sense. It was depressing, guys, and I was trying to figure out a way out. So I developed a plan. I developed a plan to get myself out of that situation. And first thing I can tell you is it's not going to go as according to the plan. It just won't. It won't go according to the plan. Life's going to strike you down. Things are going to happen. You're going to go through things. Things that are unforeseen and out of your control are going to happen. And you realize that that plan can change a million times, and it's okay. That's called life. It happens, and it makes you stronger going through those trials and tribulations. Well, I finally came to the point where I was just sick. I was literally just sick. And I had $4,500 a month in bills going out. It was my own fault. I'd chosen to get car payments. I'd chosen to have a mortgage, all this different stuff. But it was time to make the decision to get out. And I became so sick of doing the same thing over and over that I left. That I just decided to leave. I decided that I was done. And I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money to quit. I just didn't. But I got so sick that I finally walked up to my boss one day and said, hey, I appreciate it. It's been a blessing. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm just done. And I walked away. And the next day, I made $997 online. And I could not have told you going home the previous night, couldn't have told you how I was going to do that. I couldn't have told you. But what I did know is that my Instagram business, I was growing up on the side, enabled me to free myself from that job. I didn't know that. Little did I know after 4 months of implementing the Instagram strategies that I'm about to teach you right now, I'd be able to walk away from my 9 to 5, 63-hour per week job where I'd leave at 11 p.m. sometimes and get up to go at 8 a.m. I didn't know that 4 months later I'd be able to walk away from a 6-figure per year job to start making 5 figures per month online. Now, I've got a few secrets to share with you, and I've got some free training that I actually want to give you guys on how you can get started doing the same thing. You're on Instagram right now. You're watching this because you're on Instagram. Duh. We're on Instagram Live right now. Just comment if any of this makes sense so far. Comment if you feel like you've been in the same position before, if you're currently in that position. Maybe you're in some debt. Maybe you're just looking to get in that next step in your life and you need that opportunity. Well, I'd like to invite you to that free training. So here's what you need to do. All you need to do is click the link in my bio. You're going to be directed towards a page where you'll be able to enter your name and your email. Make sure that you enter your right email because I'm going to actually be following up with you, sending you some more valuable information, and I want to make sure that you get it. So make sure that you put in the correct email address and double check. So go ahead and click the link in my bio right now. You can get off of here right now. Click the link in my bio. You're going to be led to a page where you put in your name. Just put your first name, your last name, and your email. Make sure it's correct. And I'm going to send you some free training on how you can get started. And there's my live. There, done. In case you couldn't tell I was acting that out and freestyling it, I'm done. There's my live. I just did a live video. So how would you do that? You would just click this right here where it says start live video. And you do live. Now, other things you can do is if we go to the normal right here, excuse me. When you press and hold this down, you can take, I won't do it right now because I don't know what's going to happen when I'm recording this, but when you press and hold this down, you can take a video to become part of your Instagram story. And it will record 14-second videos. So what you do is like you could record a video right now, 14 seconds long. I could turn the camera around so it faces this way. I could bring it back this way so it comes back to me again. And it will record 14 seconds. And then see this arrow in the top right up here? Right up there. You'd click it, and then it would move to your Instagram story. And I'll show you that in a second. So when you hold down this button right here, it'll turn red, and there'll be a little circle that goes around it right there. And it'll record 14 seconds. You'd upload it by clicking that arrow, then you go to the next one, and you could just talk on your story. It could be a whole bunch of slides of you talking. It could be 14-second videos. It could be videos of you, videos of what's around you, videos of what you're doing, or it could just be slides. And then they've got this cool boomerang, which is where it takes a little video and it fast forwards, rewinds, just like that, real quick. You've seen it. And then there's hands-free as well, all these tips you can utilize. Typically, what I do is live or stories. This is what I would do for a story. It allows you to upload content that's already on your phone right now, that's been uploaded in the last 24 hours. So if you don't have the content there that you want to make your Instagram story from the last 24 hours, all you do is like download it again, or maybe like edit it a little bit, like tweak one little part of it or crop a certain part of it and save it, and that way it's fresh again in the last 24 hours of your media. So what I would do is I would swipe up like this, and here's my media that's been in the last 24 hours. So maybe I would click this one right here, and I want to add to my story. So say I wanted to generate leads, or I wanted to get attraction towards my last post. You can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to show you how this works. So think of getting leads. I can click this little text guy right here, and say I wanted to make this red. Be sure to, or maybe I'd put giveaway. And I would do that. Rules. Comment on our last post. Done. And then I would do this. I might add ... Done. And here's what you can do. You can do this, you can do this. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can position it in different places. If you swipe, you can add these filters. See, I'm swiping right now. I can change all these filters right here. So maybe I do something like that, and I put scroll, swipe to read more. Done. Okay, and then I go to right here, and I'm going to send it. Now, if you click my story right here and then click send, it's going to go out onto your story. So I'll just do this and hope that not a whole lot of people see it for intensive purposes here. So now my story is loaded. I can click this and it's going to show my story. And see this little eyeball right here down here? Little eyeball right at the bottom? It'll show who's viewing it. So if I wanted to add something else to my story, I'd go like here, I would swipe, I would click the little camera icon. See this camera? I'd click the camera icon. I'd swipe up, I would load my next picture. There's my picture. Make this, maybe I'll make this one white and put it right there. White. Then click the link in our bio for chance to win $50 or something like that. Then I could put this right up here. I could put that in there, move it over. I could add a little emoji if I wanted. Let me find a little dollar sign or just a little whatever. Done. Boom. My story. Done. Okay. Now that's uploaded. Now somebody's probably seen it by now. Maybe not. One person's seen it. So click that. This girl has seen it right here. I can actually see who has seen my story, which is pretty cool. Now, this little bottom right icon right here, little icon, people can actually save the photo, they can share the post, they can share your story, but what would happen to other people viewing this story is if I was somebody else, let me show you. I'm going to go over into Food Alien, for example. This is my 144K account, and we will just let's look at Gary Vee right now. Look, see how it says send message? I could send message to Gary Vee right now. I'd be like, dude, I think you're awesome. Tell me, one tip to success, blah, blah, blah. I want to be like you, whatever the case may be. And I'd send it. People can actually reply to your story. So you see, not only are you getting leads and potential sales all day long, but people can actually reply to you, and you can see who is viewing your story. So I am going to go back over, that's live, I'm going to go back over to my story. And see these stories? They actually show up. They show up on the top of the Explore page. So if you get enough action, your stories will show up on the Explore page. How cool is that? Will show up on the Explore page. So I'm going to go back to my story and I'm going to delete it. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to delete that. Look, 4 people have already seen it. 1 person saw that. I'm going to delete it. Alright, so that is how you can utilize Instagram stories. That's pretty cool. Live works the same way. So once again, live for live, and it'll start notifying your followers. You can put call to action just like a Facebook Live. And I gave you an example of something that I would say. It's all about whatever you want to promote. If you want to attract leads, to click that link in your bio, there you go. Run a live. If you want to just build a story and do a story every day, you can do a story. Now you can get really creative with stories. You know, do a story every day or every other day or whatever the case may be, and you can do stories as shoutouts like we talked before. So if you want to use a story to drive leads, upload some high quality niche specific content, put a few slides together. It could be a video that you upload and you use 14-second clip of it. Remember, because you can use 14 seconds, then boom, you upload it, and then it has a picture slide next, boom, you upload it, then it goes back to a video, and then it's you, whatever. Just make it consistent, make it make sense. Tell a story. Introduce yourself, build value, pitch. You don't even have to introduce yourself. Build value, tell a story, pitch, call to action. There you go. Participate in our giveaway. You enter a chance to win $200. Slide right to learn more. If they slide right, here's the rules. You need to comment #MillionaireMafia on my most recent post, and then click the link in my bio. Swipe right to learn more. You're going to enter a chance, when you click the link in the bio, you're going to enter a chance to win XYZ. So make sure to do that. Click the link, sign up, go. This will only be up for 6 hours. Limited spots. Boom. Now you're going to get leads. Whatever you're promoting, they're going to walk through it. They're going to become a lead. They're going to go on your autoresponder list. So very effective way to start getting leads, start getting sales. Facebook Live, IG Stories. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Excuse me. Instagram Live, Instagram Stories. So really, really, really cool stuff. You can even use Boomerang if you wanted to. So this is what I would recommend starting to utilize. So it's not only your profile and the content that is in your profile, like we talked about earlier, using video content, using picture content with captions and call to action text in the actual pictures if you're a motivation account, stuff like that. But not only can you use video content to drive hundreds and hundreds of leads per day, hundreds and hundreds of clicks per day. When you get your videos and you know how to consistently go viral, you can get thousands of clicks per day on a really good viral video. So not only can we do that, but we can start to utilize these strategies for doing leads through Instagram Stories and through Instagram Live, and really start to monetize your audience. It's pretty powerful, and not a whole lot of experts are doing it. So you can be one of the first influencers to take advantage of it. Utilize all the tools your Instagram has to offer. You see how powerful that is? You can actually see who's viewing your story, who's on your live. You can pin comments when you're on live. You can actually pin comments to the top of the live feed. And you can pin them and reply to them. You can click them and reply to them as you're live, as you're going live. Instagram Stories, people can see it, you can see who views it, and as a viewer, I can message you, and when you get the direct message, you're going to see the actual slide that I messaged you on. So if you said how to make $10,000 a month online, and somebody messaged you and says, how do I do this? I want to be like you. How do I join? What do I do? You're going to get direct messages right there. You're going to be getting leads at the same time. You can go live. You can do Instagram Stories. You can do call to action content. You can do call to action captions. All this is going to generate leads. Free of charge, no money spent. So when they say that you need to pay for traffic, somebody's telling you something wrong. Not always. There's a time and place for it. Utilize the tools in Instagram. Utilize them. So I appreciate your time with this. I hope that you've learned a lot on how to utilize your content, how to use Instagram Live, and how to use Instagram Stories. And now we're going to be talking about turning your comments into customers. I will see you in the next video.